It's hot. Very hot in here. These have been crazy days. Oh my God. Things turn wrong all the way up. It's hard to make it work, you know, especially when you're busy. And you know, this has been a day for Mexikarma. And being a Mexikarma date, we're celebrating. And well, the first episode is showing the world kind of what Mexico is like. People are starting to make questions, to wonder what is going on. Well, progress runs slow. This is something regular for us. We can wait. A whole life can go away while we wait. On addictions, okay, let's talk about our 666 today. Our 666 today is gonna be about 6 masochist Mexican passions. You know, 6 things that got us so worried that other things that we should be very worried about don't care to us. And, well, I'm gonna take my time to talk about 6 topics that have distracted us. These problems have distracted us so much that we don't care about what's going on in the world. We don't care about what's going on in our country because we are worried about these 6 topics. Being the first one, religion. You know, why do I choose religion as the first? It's the first addiction we got. You know, religion came to make us think that we could be better than we already were. Actually, religion came to tell us that being poor is not so bad. You know, in this country, we are very worried about abortion, you know, because religion is pretty hard over here. But we're not worried about the kids that are disappearing all over the planet. We don't care about the kids that we see selling stuff on the street. But we're worried about abortion. It's a hot day, bruh. Very hot day. Very hot day to work on the street, you know? It's a very hot day to go to church, for example. But anyway, there's a lot of people going to church to ask for a job. They can't get a job. God isn't getting one. They ask God to make a business work. They ask God to save somebody in a hospital. Not a doctor. We ask God about things that are our fault. I have spoken about religion, and I don't think religion is something bad in Mexicans. Actually, like Louis C.K. said once, Christians won the war on religion. And here in Mexico, Catholics won. We have Mormons, we have Jewish, we have many different kind of religious people, but they don't celebrate a day officially like we do with Christianity. Actually, Christmas in the United States is Santa Claus. Here in Mexico is the baby Jesus. He's the one who brings the presents. Kids learn loving baby Jesus, like kids in the United States grow loving Santa Claus. They wait for baby Jesus to eat the cookies, leave the presents, and they say thanks to baby Jesus. Later on, they realize that are actually his parents the one doing it, just as it happens to Santa Claus. But it's curious how we imagine a baby Jesus putting the presents under the pine. Very, very, very weird. And so, for example, if we talk about religion, how it works, sicarios like to take their guns to some priests for them to bless them with holy water. And actually, if you're walking on the street or driving on it and you see a Guadalupe's Virgin on a wall or something, be careful. It's kind of a dangerous place. We all know that. Sometimes they paint the mural with the Virgin Mary. They paint it with another color, and then people put the Virgin back there for the place to look holy. Dangerous. Again, I guess. Holy dangerous. There are hundreds of poisoning ideas on religion. Being gay is harder in Mexico than in the United States. But being a student in a middle or a basic school, in a junior high, is a little safer. Yeah, we don't got kids killing themselves in schools. They're killing their parents maybe in the countryside, but they're not killing their parents in school. Not in front of Jesus. So, religion puts us in this hard position where we help somebody because we're waiting for the future to make us better. And we started saying thanks to God to everything good that was happening to us, and we started blaming Him from everything bad that was happening in the country, in our city, everywhere. And God just hasn't brought us justice. And it's sad. It's sad that sometimes, I don't know, your parents love God more than they love you. Sometimes it looks like it. That's the way it is. The second one, a very masochist Mexican passion. Sports. Oh my God, sports. Do you know We love sports so much. Sports are the thing we pray to. We pray about sports. We pray for Chivas to win the next championship, please. We pray for America to shut their mouths because they talk too loud. Those are like the two main clubs in Mexico, soccer league, and those topics are so huge. When there's a match, everybody's talking about it. The country might be Popocatépetl. That's the way you have to pronounce it. Popocatépetl is not hard, right? Popocatépetl could be exploding into 1,000 pieces and killing hundreds of people. But if there's a match between Chivas and America, you could die watching the match while your lava is running in the living room. I actually can think in that circumstance, and some people would actually rather die than missing the match. Soccer is very important. We have, I bet you, 80% of the Mexican population has once dreamt on Mexico winning the World Soccer Cup. You know, we love soccer so much. We want to win that shit. We don't want to be engineers. We don't want to be doctors. We don't want to be priests, even when we love religion so much. Nobody wants to be a priest, but everybody loves God. There was a match. My club, Atlas, who won twice, fuckers. they had a match in Querétaro. Oh my God, that match was so crazy, bro. Look, they were getting the Querétaro kicked the Atlas cheerleaders and any people from Atlas in the stadium. They got them naked. They did so many crazy things in the middle of the match. And everybody started blaming the stadium. Everybody started blaming the cheerleaders, like if it was a passion thing. That wasn't soccer passion, bro. That was something else. And it was an entire infrastructure that created that problem so huge. You know something that nobody's talking about? Is that there was a guy being the governor from Querétaro, and he could have been running for president by now, but he's not, because that would be too big for him to deal with. It seems like somebody wanted to destroy his image. And I don't have any problem with the guy. I'm not defending any politician at all. Okay? Never. I'm not planning to do that shit because I know how it works. But let me tell you something. People are always caught between these conflicts. They like to make us think that the conflict is because it's our fault, you know, we love soccer so much that we destroy ourselves. And everybody is talking about that. And how aren't they going to be talking about that if there are actually people killing themselves? There are people getting themselves naked right in front of a camera. Why? There was an illusion. They started saying some kids died in the middle of that conflict. And then they said that wasn't true. So, you know, we love soccer, but we suck at that shit. We are good at combat. That's what we're good at. We're good at fighting. We are great at boxing. That's what we do.
Venimos del desierto, de tierra caliente, donde todos hablan fuerte y nadie se ofende. De 50 grados, veranos ardientes, morritos de chocito y heleras con mucho cheddar. Aunque seas extraño, seas bienvenido.
You see, boxing, we're great. That's our thing. Wrestling, we're basically creators of wrestling, and we don't watch wrestling anymore. The few wrestling we have watched is American wrestling. We don't like our wrestling anymore. Our superheroes are wrestlers. Now our old guys having beers in their houses, they look like me and and they don't study as I do. I don't know, man. We have forgotten ourselves. We have forgotten who we are. We have forgotten of so many people doing so many great things. But we are very worried about soccer. We are talking about sports when they are changing our laws, when they are giving our water away, when they are delivering all of our petroleum. I'm not gonna keep doing this. You know, it's not a good idea for us to keep doing that. We see sports, we don't do sports. And the few sports we do, we just do it sometimes with our friends. We play soccer on a ranch or something. But we're not passionate about sports because we do those sports. We're passionate about sports because we need to feel like we win on something. We need to feel we win. In all of the 6 masochist passions we got, we want to win. We want to have the best religion. We want to have the best team, and we want our team to win in our favorite sport. We don't want to win at all. You don't want to win if you're Mexican. You want somebody else to win for you, and you want to support the winner for you to feel like you won because you have never won shit. And that's why we love sports so much. Our third, this is gonna be a long one. Music, art, in general. Especially, I'm gonna focus this topic on music. But I'm gonna be talking about art, okay? Dude, I don't know where to begin. I don't know where I can begin with this topic. It's, you know, Mexico has great musicians. I could say, maybe, if I had to choose, I would say Mexico has maybe the 4th, maybe 5th best music in the planet. The sounds are good. I'm a musician and I kind of know about this shit. I love music. I have always loved music. But not so much Mexican music. Now I can tell you, I love mariachi. I love norteño. That's another cool thing. Sometimes I can listen to grupero. But all of our music goes around a few topics. Look, our music is about love or about losing love, about breaking a heart. Heartbreak. Hearts are breaking all over the place, dude. And people are falling in love all over the time, man. You know, it's because we love to drink so much. We need music to join us into our misery of being behind some girl's eyes. Yeah, right. And that's it, man. If you have never fallen in love or nobody has ever broken your heart, you're never gonna listen to Mexican music feeling connected to it. You're forced to love somebody or to get your heart broken. If you don't do any of these things, you can't enjoy Mexican music, man. But some guys started creating different stuff on time. Mariachi is not something that we like anymore. Or at least nobody's making it. Nobody's making mariachi. You know why? Because mariachi died with Vicente Fernandez, bro. That's it. That's the thing. Vicente Fernandez is the last guy who made a good mariachi album that at least more than 10 people have ever listened. The rest of the mariachi songs we're listening are new mariachi singers singing the old mariachi songs. And that's it. The topics started going on. You know, they started going into other things like reggaeton. Right? Oh yeah, reggaeton, that's a cool Latin American music, right? Yeah, it talks about being penetrated. That's the thing, right? That's why it's cool. You know what we feel when we see our kids in junior school, 8-year-old kids, singing songs about that shit? Do you know what it says? Please, if you know, let us know. You're gonna say it's Spanish. It's another kind of Spanish. I speak in Spanish and I don't understand those bastards. And it's always the same rhythm. And that's it. That's the genre, dude. Yeah, give it to me, give it to me. What the fuck is going on? Is that all you can say? I want it wet on my mouth. And what that would say in English. That's what it would say. If you start making reggaeton in English, I would be very, very happy. People would start liking it better in English and we wouldn't have it in Spanish. Take Bad Bunny with you. Come on, make him Spider-Man. We would like that. It would be great. It's better than... I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Everybody knows that with music, a lot of fashions come on. Imagine what's the new fashion if the most popular music is about sex. And you have our society. Children being born all over the place. Lots of girls wanting to have abortion because it's their body. And then, corridos tumbados came up, right? That was un estornupedo. I just farted while I was coughing, sorry. Corridos tumbados. Talking about narcos being cool. Do we like that? Do I like that? Do my friends like that? 3 months ago they didn't. They just saw Peso Pluma in a gringo TV show and everybody thinks corridos tumbados are nice. Really? In a year from now, we're gonna have a bunch of people doing corridos tumbados. A lot of people doing corridos tumbados. And then, gringos are gonna start saying that we are worshiping that thing, and then they're gonna come and stop the terrorist citizenship that is supporting the ones that are destroying them with the guns that they are selling us, being the victims of us. Is there a hidden agenda behind all of this? You know, I support AMLO, the president, and this sucks with the guy saying that we shouldn't like that shit. A friend of mine, when I was in the university, he gave a great speech. He said, because there is a quote in Spanish, we say, in tastes you can break genres, which it would mean in Spanish, en gustos se rompen géneros. And he said, if somebody serves you on a dish a piece of human crap, human shit, and then in another dish, on another dish, they serve you food, you're not gonna eat the shit. You're gonna eat the food. So you gotta know the difference between shit and food, because somebody could be trying to mess with you. And so I think that everything we like is something that we should be worried about. Because if you like this kind of stuff, you're gonna create those kind of stuff. And then they're gonna attack you using those things. They create the problem that then afterwards they want you to demand for them to fix it with something they want to do. And I don't want gringos in my country to destroy my things, my businesses, my people, and then taking our things because we have to be thankful with them. This has happened for so long, and I don't want to be someone to blame because of that. So now, right now, I'm telling you, stop feeding my people with these ideas, please. It's not cool. My country doesn't worship narcos. Okay? We don't do that. We want to stop them. But they have huge guns. And that's why they look huge to us. That's why we think we can't fight that. Because we can't. Not by ourselves. Not if they got those guns. We can't. Stop feeding us the idea that Bad Bunny is the best artist in the planet. I'm not saying he's bad. This is something that I want to say. Reggaetoneros aren't the ones who have blamed the fact that these guys, they got out from streets, from very deep, dark, horrible places. Most of them found the rhythm and that's it. And thanks to that shit, they got out from their horrible lives. And that's something that we should all admire. So I'm not gonna blame it on them. I'm gonna blame the people who like them. Because they are the ones that are never gonna get out of those streets. Thanks to the fact that they are listening to them. Because thanks to that, they don't have dreams. They don't imagine. They don't believe they are able to grow as big as Queen, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, like if we were crippled, artistically speaking. And the best shit we could do were music for us to get trashed, you know, for us to get drunk, like if that was the only thing we could do. We're not. We can do lots of things, more than drugs and kidding ourselves and being the most corrupted country in the planet, maybe. This topic takes us to the next one. Fashion. What is a fashion? Well, I guess it's when people start liking to do something. Dress somehow, you know? I like Peaky Blinders. So, dress alike. But, what if you like reggaeton? What if the thing you like is about sex? If the topic you like is narcos, well, then the fashion is different. You know, we have OnlyFans over here. and OnlyFans is a new business coming high. It's really going up. You may meet a girl, could be 12 years old, and you can ask her, what do you want to be when you grow up? She's going to tell you, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a blogger. And then you ask her, oh, really? What do you want to do? What do you want to show? What do you want to teach something? Or I just want to get dressed in front of the camera. And that's it. Really? You know, I thought this was kind of stupid, but now I know it wasn't. She could have said, I just want to be half naked, be very hot, turn the camera on, and while I sleep, I want to collect money, having lives on TikTok. Well, and you listen to hundreds of people talking trash about girls that make money on OnlyFans. Like if they were doing something very bad, they are perverting our society. There's a girl, Kareli Ruiz. Oh, everybody's talking about how she's destroying the future. And sometimes I would like to ask these people if they know there are hundreds of thousands of prostitutes working out here. That prostitutes without health services. Oh, no, we don't want to talk about that shit. Prostitutes are not something real. It's not something normal. OnlyFans sucks, dude. Kareli Ruiz could have become into a prostitute and she could be selling her body every day. But she found a way to exploit her great looks by just turning a camera on and shaking her ass. As I said it with reggaetoneros, it's not her fault. She just did the same politicians do. She found a blank point, a blind spot in the system. That's all she did. She found out that there are many perverts with a lot of money ready to pay for her to show her tits. That's being aware of reality. And it's somebody who we should be admiring. Just as all the reggaetoneros. But we shouldn't be admiring the society that is criticizing her. I guess. That's a fashion, bro. Dude, there are kids with cartels, billboards, small billboards. Writing in them, they want to buy a PS5. I want you to help me to buy it, and they actually buy it, bro. Which is cool. They could be doing other stuff. They could be being criminals. And they're not doing that. Which is good. I think it's good for people to find other ways to make money. They would be doing bad shit on the streets. And I don't like people to get so angry about this kind of people because they are actually doing something to make their lives better. Not destroying everything. Because this is about fashion, bro. Look, there is a tag we have in Mexico called whitezican. I heard this not so long ago, 2, maybe 3 years ago. A friend of mine told me that, look, a whitezican is a guy that is Mexican, but he has a life that regularly, it would be the kind of life that a white person would have. This is taking you into the fact that I have already spoken about being classist. Talking about classism. Splitting society into different ideas according to different... Being whitezican means that you are Mexican, but you're having a white guy's life, a white person's life. And you would ask, what's the kind of white person life that you mean? Money. We're greedy bastards. We actually relate having money with being white. And it's wrong. I have a lot of brown friends with a lot of money. And I have a lot of white friends with very hard situations. A lot of them are having a hard time. I look in America how many homeless people, white homeless people you got. And it's like if a brown guy couldn't be rich, or a white person couldn't. Because we relate having money with being white. Because we have watched in movies a lot of white guys with a lot of money. And a friend of mine told me that the whitezican concept was created by brown people for them to justify the fact that they didn't have money. And then I realized that my friend was being racist when he said that. My family, most of us, we are 6 people in my family. My 2 parents, four of us, my 3 siblings and I. And out of all of us, one of my brothers is brown. And we have always made jokes about it because this is the thing. Do we have racist people? Of course we do. We do have racist people, but we're not a racist country. Most of my friends have different color of skin and nobody cares about it. My brother, the one that is brown, is the one that I love the most. I make jokes about him. You know, I tell him that he was adopted because he doesn't look like us. But it's just a joke. We like to make jokes about everything. And the fact that we make jokes doesn't mean we are racist. We don't consider ourselves by the things we say. We are actually able to say things without blaming ourselves about it. But the fashion that will always remain is the 5th. That's a masochistic Mexican passion. Money! Yeah! We love that thing. Who doesn't love money? You know? We love money. We love money so much. Yeah, if we meet somebody with a lot of money, we want to be his best friend. For us, having money means being successful. It's like if it was impossible for somebody to make a fortune out of doing illegal stuff. If we know somebody's doing something illegal and that's why he has a lot of money, we don't want to ask him about it. We just want to enjoy the fruit of his work. So we like to follow people who have a lot of money. That's something we do. People with a lot of money, we think that maybe by being next to them, we're gonna become that successful. So I have heard a lot of gringos saying that maybe it's dangerous to speak in English when they come over here. It's not that it's dangerous to speak English. It's dangerous for people to think that you got dollars with you. That's the problem. When I went to the beach, I remember me being Mexican, being in Puerto Vallarta in an hotel over there. Every time I was on the bar waiting for my turn to get my beer, some gringos could pass the line and ask the barman to give him to give them some some drinks when I was there before them. But as they were asking in English, the barman was taking their orders before mine because I was asking for my order in Spanish, not in English, which it meant that he knew that gringos have dollars and I had pesos with me. And this guy, which is Mexican, is doing it. After that, every time I go to an hotel or something, I ask for my beverages in English because that's the way they're going to treat me better. They're going to give me my drink faster because they think I have dollars on me. Why, if you are Mexican, are you taking the orders faster from somebody that it isn't? Because it's better for you, because they have money. They have more money than I do. And then if you apply this thing to other countries, I don't want to know what's going to happen. Sometimes we vote or we choose to be with people just because they have money. If you don't have money, that means that you're worth less than somebody that it does have money. God has a lot of money. Sports players, soccer players have a lot of money. Bad Bunny has a lot of money. We follow Kareli Ruiz in OnlyFans because she's not only hot, she's very successful. Because that's what success looks like in Latin America. As having money. That's it. Or being hot. Because being hot gives you money. Which takes us to the worst. Which takes us to the one that I don't really want to be talking about, but I have to be talking about. Politics. They say something. Here in Mexico we say something. If you don't want to get in trouble with somebody in a social meeting, avoid touching these three basic topics: religion, soccer, and politics. Why is it so bad for us to be talking about politics? Because we defend them. We think there are some politicians trying to help us and some politicians trying to screw with us. We have so many politicians that we don't even know how many we got. We don't know what a deputy does, but we still vote for them. We don't know what a senator is. I bet you 80% of population in this country don't have a clue of what a senator does. Don't have a clue of what a deputy does. But they are all voting for them. So, why, if you don't know anything about the topic, is it such a complicated topic for you to talk about? Because we like to think we know stuff we actually don't know. That's the thing. That's what a Mexican does the best. Convince everybody that he knows something that he doesn't know. Thinking that he's better. Thinking that his God is the only one in the planet. thinking that the guy they voted for was the best option. We learned so many stuff from you gringos to do wrong.
Come on, man.
Because we want to be like you. Right? We want to be winners. We want to be the savers of the planet. We want to be their saviors. For 70 years, we had the same party winning after every election, over and over again. I have spoken about PRI before. They won during 70 years. And after those 70 years, during this time, there was a guy called Andrés Manuel López Obrador. And for some of these years, growing in PRI, the worst party in this country, the party that was always winning, because people knew they were gonna win. They were also forced a lot to vote for them for many reasons. But in the end, they knew PRI was gonna win, and everybody wanted to be in the winning side, and everybody used to keep voting for PRI. This is not a lie. PAN, which is another party, won after like 60 years of trying. And we tried with PAN because we thought PAN was the best option, was the better option. We put a cowboy on the presidential chair. A cowboy who was a great administrator. Reportedly, a CEO. And then the guy said that correcting in 6 years, 70 years of pigs was impossible. So we voted for another guy on some elections that they stole from Andrés Manuel. Because that's true. Andrés Manuel should have won when Felipe Calderón won. Thanks to Julian Assange, who nobody knows who is him over here. We know that. And after Felipe Calderón, I don't know how, but I was there. I actually counted the votes because I was a volunteer on those elections. I counted those votes. People actually voted for PRI again. They won again. How the party was still over there? How did it exist? I don't know. But the guy won. The most handsome candidate ever, Enrique Peña Nieto. He won the elections with PRI again. 70 years trying to stop them. And then we voted for them again. People got so mad with this shit was happening that they voted for the creepiest, oldest, craziest, ancient member of PRI in a new party called Morena. Morena, which is brunette, is a reference to Guadalupe's Virgin, but they created a concept, Movimiento de Regeneración Nacional. Morena. Like if it didn't have anything to do with Guadalupe's Virgin. I'm not saying that it has anything to do with it, but I'm actually saying that Andres Manuel was a pre-member. And Morena is created mostly by ex-pre-members, and we think that Morena is a different decision. It's the old guard with a different name. Andres Manuel was for us Anakin Skywalker. And that's why nowadays he's Darth Vader. He's Darth Vader because the system that he's supposed to break submitted him, because his greed to becoming to president was so huge that it got him mad and he accepted everything they said. He kept the same pieces of shit in his cabinet. I'm not going to talk about them, but we all know who they are. And I'm not going to mention them because I'm saving them for the best. There's no difference, but nobody wants to feel like they made a bad decision. They want to feel they made a good decision. If Andres Manuel is Darth Vader, Biden has to be Lord Sidious, okay? And then if Trump comes, Trump would be Sidious. Even if Andres Manuel looks more like Darth Sidious. We think we know politics, but we don't. We don't know about politics because we're too busy surviving. Politicians give the poor people money. Andres Manuel said that he was going to be worried about the poorest people. And the poorest people supported him. They were tired of being lied to their faces. So he started giving them money. But the money is every time cheaper. The money people are getting is just to support the changes that the pandemics brought. There are no medications. There's no money for people to buy medications. Dude, we didn't even have trials in judges, oral trials. We didn't have trials until like 6 years ago. And until this day, I have never met a person who has been in a public oral trial. And I have heard and met a lot of people who have been looking for them to get one. I have a friend who was for a year and a half in jail without doing anything, and nobody gave him a dime but a spank on his back and told him, "Oh dude, we're sorry, we couldn't find that you were actually guilty of anything, so you may go away." That's being Mexican. These are the 6 things that you should definitely know about my country, because these are the 6 things that keeps us asleep. These are the 6 things that have mattered to us more than the money we have, than our education, God matters more to us than a doctor does. Politicians are the ones to blame for our misery. And at the same time, God is the one who makes us better. God is the one that doesn't allow the Mexican soccer team to win the World Cup. No, it's not the fact that the players are bad. They don't play good. They suck at soccer. The fashion comes with loving stuff that everybody likes. The idea is to have everybody locked in the same jar for them to be able to be removed as soon as they need to be taken off the board. Every time something very bad is going to happen, something very big is going to happen in all of these things I just talked about. It's fun being Mexican, but it sucks. This was our 666 today. Over and out.